don't know, guys. I'm not really sure if this is going to work. But, oh. I can see the stream on Twitch for the first time in 3 days. But it's still not letting me change this. It's still not letting me change the title of the broadcast, which is really weird. Let's try one last time to get it to let me to change the title of the broadcast here. This is a new thing. Everybody knows that I'm streaming now. They can see, but I don't know why it doesn't let me change the broadcast title. Okay. It's not letting me change the title no matter what I do. I suspected it's something to do with Firefox, but I'm not 100% sure. But this is weird how like suddenly I can watch the stream. I want to give you guys a head start. I'm going to join the tournament now. Probably no one to play just yet. But everybody doesn't realize that I'm doing the tournament stream unless they're kind of regulars here. Okay, new opponent. 5+2 casual, guys. It's a 2-hour arena. I'm starting late because I had Twitch had changed my stream key. I was desperately trying to figure out what the problem was with Twitch. In the process, I changed my password. When I change my password, it changes the stream key. I forgot about that, so obviously I had a problem. Alright, it's a blitz game. I never played LPZ 7-2. But I mean, this is an improvement. We've got... I can see the video now where I couldn't like the last 3 streams. But now I can't change the stream title. It's not Firefox, says Gladys Troll. No, it's not about that you're watching it on Firefox. It's about that I'm logged into Twitch on a Firefox browser, and I'm afraid that that is why the stream title is not saving. Something about the Firefox browser is my only theory. I don't know. Maybe if I was logged in on Google to my Twitch account, it wouldn't happen. That's the only theory I have. Alright, it's a small difference. It says it's the Monday stream. Today is really... Actually, do we have anything on lichess? What does it say now? Why do we only have 7 viewers? Why does it say only 7 viewers on my Twitch stream? We have more than 7, like, just regular subscribers. It's gotta be more than that. That's weird. Okay. I know that I just started, so I guess I can't expect too much. But I figured we're up to 9 now. I figured it'd be more. Now, I gotta play a little faster here. This is a very unusual move order that this guy used. You think there would be some way to exploit this. 9 viewers now. It's a lot. Well, the stream title is wrong. It's Tuesday Arena instead of Monday. It's obviously not Monday, but that's also not what I'm doing now. Blitz and Rapid Chess. But, it's just going to take too long for me to get everything set up on a Google browser, and that might not even be the problem, so I'm just going to leave it the way it is now. Who is this guy? Takes with the bishop on d5, loses a tempo, and he's just going to be not letting me give him a bad bishop, basically. Pretty sensible stuff. How about a queen check? Muba and Asterbate don't count. Anyway, queen d7. Very safe play by this guy. Alright. I don't really want to trade queens. I was just kidding about that. Black is frustrating me here at every turn. I wanted to give him a bad bishop on b7. He wouldn't agree to that. Now I wanted him to play like c6 or knight d7. He wouldn't do that. I have knight e5, but it's not really accomplishing that much. I think after queen c8, he just played queen c8. He's even seeing... He's even seeing in advance my threats. Good prophylactic sense. I faked him out with knight g5, but or knight e5, but he didn't. Then I didn't do it. I was just kidding about that. The threat is stronger than the execution. The better example of that than anything I can think of. If you stream it, they will come. We've got the wrong stream title, guys. We're doing an arena tournament, Sparkle Horse Arena here, just to let you know. It is not Blitz and Rapid. You can play the candidates. Winner plays a match with you. Alright, I mean, I've been just hoping that Firefox would fix, or, you know, Twitch and Firefox would fix whatever the problem is. Apparently, I'm just guessing it's my browser. I don't know. What else can the problem be? I've got a million things attacking c7. He's buying time here. Don't really know what I'm doing. Hanging on for black. But he's still defending everything, my God. Alright, this is a tough player for his rating. He must be a totally like kind of defensive minded player, which you don't normally encounter at this rating level. LPZ, he's countering all of my ideas. And the first time I've ever played him, but he's insanely solid for the rating. C5 now. That's not the solid move. I'm kind of surprised by that. Possibly another strong move, though. I don't know. We'll try to keep it complicated. Maybe C5 was his first risky move of the game. Yeah, let's not make any accusations of cheating, guys, immediately. I really don't want to go down that path. If you think someone's a cheater, don't publicly humiliate them. Just to report it to lichess. Alright. It's a casual tournament. I also get stressed about people cheating, but you know, I try to take the advice of everyone else and not to focus on it. Especially since we just started. Well, I just started anyway. There's still... You guys were playing for like 15 minutes before me, actually. So... Alright. I'm competing with the candidates. I forgot. Yeah, I didn't understand what you were talking about. Right, of course. No. I just want to make sure the count of viewers was correct. Yeah, it's a really bad timing for my stream to be like exactly when the last round of the candidates is going on. Could I pick a worse time to do a stream, basically? No. We got some sort of tactical ideas here, but he'll find a defense to that as well. Very, very solid player. Well, Panuch Kata is 1585. If they're beating 2,000 players, probably something fishy going on. I agree. So LPZ had Queen C7 there, which seems to hold the boat together. Now I'm a little bit flustered because I was upset before the stream, like getting it running, and we were 10 minutes late, and I had the stress with all this like annoying problems. The stream title is wrong. I had to change the stream key at the last minute. Then my mouse was like not working, so I had a really bad like 10 minutes before the stream started. I'm kind of like not really focused. Dude, just, you know, if you think someone is a computer, just resign, report them to lichess, and move on and play the next game. That's all I can say. And if more than one people thinks they're a cheater, then we can just, you know, probably get them kicked out and move on with the tournament before it's even over. That pawn is going to be a little tricky for me to hold on to the way this is going right now. Alright, I guess I should just try to win on time. keep forgetting there's like a 2-second increment. Lately I've been playing sometimes 5-0 on my free time, and what's up everyone? Can I still join this arena thing? Absolutely. It's another hour and 40 minutes. I just joined too. GG Helis. I'm just having a nice relaxing tournament. I've got to fix the stream title. It's not correct, but I am not allowed. I'm kind of pissed off about that. There's something wrong with my access to Twitch because of the browser, I suppose. So that's my guess. I don't know. But oddly, I was having trouble accessing the video, and now the video works, but the stream title doesn't work. So don't know. H6, grabbing this pawn. He can get the D6 pawn, we'll get the C5 or A5 pawn, so I like the way the white played this game earlier. You can have the pawn. I'm a generous guy. I am a very, very generous guy, as you all know. You can have the D6 pawn. Help yourself. Now he has rook c8. I'll just stay centralized with queen d5. Or even grabbing this pawn is probably not a bad idea. Okay, trading queens is just game over, though. That's a very bad practical decision by black. Very bad. You definitely don't want to trade queens here. Your only hope is like some kind of trick with... Your only hope is, you know, queen and knight tricks against my king. Caruana versus Carlsen, almost done. Okay, when I left, Mamedyarov was still playing. He was worse, according to the engine. He was worse according to the engine against Kramnik, but it's never over. There's been a lot of blunders in this tournament, you know, in the candidates tournament, so Kramnik has lost better positions than that against... Is Mamedyarov done, by the way? Wish I could stick around longer. Turkey farm. Okay, I just don't want to see, like... I don't mind if Mamedyarov won. I don't want to see Karyakin win. That's my only thing. Karyakin is just very boring. And watching him play against Carlsen would be like a competition. It'd be like basket weaving versus watching the grass grow. You know, like deciding like which you'd rather see. Alright. But if we got Mamedyarov or Caruana, at least they're going to play some interesting chess. So, we won a game. If you guys want to contact me, just send me a message here on Twitch. I'm not going to read out my email, my messages on lichess. So, if you want me to see something right now, send me a message on Twitch or in the stream. I mean, the stream is the best. So, Karyakin drew. Okay. That's done. Mamedyarov's not done yet. Is he losing against Kramnik, or what's going on? So, all right, this player has 35 games. Nefedov, cool. Nefedov tried to play a game with me in my free time yesterday, but he was on the train, and he got a little bit distracted. Alright, having trouble focusing here. Mr. Nefedov will play Nefedov's own. He also plays bishop b5. Nefedov plays the Schliemann with black. I've also seen once, I think I saw him playing it for white. Oh no, the exchange variation. God, I don't know. Did we have this like once? I know there's a crazy variation with like g4, bishop g6. That's supposed to be extremely dangerous for white. He's doing that? Seriously? Okay, I have no idea what the exact refutation is, but it's just supposed to be, I guess, too dangerous for black. Now, on the spur of the moment, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Nefedov obviously knows this variation. It's obviously something to do with h5 at one point. I mean, bishop takes e4 is not really something I would consider here, but I can't recall only once ever, like, even discussing this position briefly. Jakub Rasin, an old friend of mine. Maybe I saw Jakub play it, or that doesn't make sense though. Why would he have this position? We just discussed it, or we saw it somewhere. I don't remember what the heck black is supposed to do. I mean, I guess h5 is interesting. Free pawn. Karyakin's comeback. Karyakin's comeback. Okay, the white king is just chilling out, you know, with relatively the air conditioning turned up pretty high on the king's side. But I don't remember this. Like, one time in my life I ever even briefly analyzed this variation, and I just remember that this is 25 years ago. I just remember that it was like supposed to be fine for black. No problem, like you're not worried about that. So, but that's not enough, you know, to just know that the position is okay somehow is really, that's reassuring, but it would be better to know actually what's happening. I should probably stick to openings I actually know for this fast time control of 5+2. Rather than play speculative stuff like the black side of the Lopez, which I don't know that well. I'm not certain that h5 is the right move. You know, I just see that bishop takes e4 is not real. I can't do that, so by process of elimination, h5 was definitely a key idea. But maybe this is inaccurate. I'm not really developing too much here. Well, I mean, we could get overrun by white pawns, basically, first of all. We're getting overrun. Knight f6, e5, knight d5, c4. Think of it as the Alekhines defense. If Fabi draws, can he still not win? Well, Mamedyarov has to win. So, you know, for enough money under the table, Kramnik loses to Mamedyarov, and it's a tie. Your computer should be in the H file. Your comp, he said. It seems like kind of long term. One thing I don't want to do is trade queens. That's all I know. Basically, the only thing I know here. I'm very, very concerned about this position, but he's got a lot of holes around his king. And this is definitely a variation I think both sides shouldn't play unless they really know what they're doing. Bishop e7 inherently felt kind of passive, but anyway, where was my bishop going to go? Like to d6, so I could just get stuffed with e5 or something. Comp. No, I mean, I just, when you read something, you know what I mean? Like, you're not realizing the context. I'm still like on another plane. I thought you were talking about computers, and you're talking about comp. Obviously. Pawn takes g4, bishop takes f6. Rook takes h3. No. But we do have pawn takes g4, bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, queen takes g4. There's also an intermezzo e5 there. H takes g4, bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, e5. I'm not happy. This is not necessarily good enough either. But most importantly, I want to develop my pieces. Nefedov is not 1793, okay? The guy's extremely dangerous. He has 20% against me in 100 games. Normal 1793s don't do that. He's more like 2000 strength-wise. Now I'm probably in big trouble. But at the end of the day, I mean, whose king is safer? That's the really most important thing here. The really most important thing. He's calculating like e6, winning by force. But I can play queen d8. e6, queen d6, 94. Actually, e6, queen d6. And 94 queen takes e6. I can play for real that time. Is it real or is it Memorex? So after e6, queen d6, and everything's hanging. He has holes around his king. 94 queen takes e6, knight c5. Bishop takes c5, rook e1. Hello. But now it just looks like much simpler for me. Now I feel kind of safe again. Probably I shouldn't. But I'm just banking on long-term compensation here. Is he ever going to let me castle queenside? Keeping me busy the whole time. He offers a draw. No, I won't accept a draw here. Not in this time control with your king like a little sketchy. Closing the lines. Ah, what a tricky move. G5. He's a genius. It's your everyday 2000. Everyday 1700 player. It's like ridiculous. This is probably a mistake. Very complicated scenario. Try to get a pawn back or two. Pawn backer. What he timed out. So he's winning here. Plus one. He still got his pawn. He held his pawn. No, he lost his pawn back, but I was afraid of rook b1. Man, what is going on, guys? This Nefedov guy, he's a sandbagger. I was losing the minute I played h5. Well, that's what the engine says. Every other move has been played. Queen h4, bishop d6, queen d4, f6. Literally every move but h5. But I think losing is kind of an exaggeration. I don't know. Plus 1 point something. Queen h4. Or bishop d6, it looks like. No one had the guts to play this until me. Okay, d3 would have been safer than d4. I mean, I'm not 100% sure it's lost for black, but it's very, very incorrect. Okay, we can rejoin the tournament. I didn't know. I never played that variation seriously. I only played it in blitz like once in a while. So, once in a while when I ventured e4, e5 with black, I always played the Petrov. So obviously, I wouldn't get an exchange Lopez out of the Petrov, but I have played, only in blitz, e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6. Uh-oh, this is the dreaded 1500. Okay. Yeah, I mean, let's see. They have like a perfect score or something. All right, let's go back to the tournament. I don't know. I'm not going to play this player. It looks like if it's got that many points here, it's cheating, probably. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction. All right, let's go back to the tournament. I'm not making a formal accusation, but I'm not going to, give them the satisfaction of beating me if it's cheating. All right, let's go back to the tournament. Where were we? Where were we now? We we lost on time. But if it's suspicious, I don't want to play with them. It's an unrated tournament, whatever. We'll move on. Go back to the tournament. This player had 1500. I mean, give me a break, Yeah, honestly, I didn't even see like Tushar's comment that I think you should resign this game and move on. I'm obviously thinking the same thing. You guys know my my way of thinking about people, I can't kick them out of the tournament, so all I can do is just avoid not playing them, and we'll just treat them as not really being in the tournament. We'll have a look at their games perhaps later, because it's not 100%, but one thing is per 100%, like you can't be 1500 and then like crush 2000 players like one after another in my tournament. I mean, I know the regulars here are good players, so I can't say that player is using a computer, but maybe they like have their grandmaster friend playing on their 1500 account or something, and I don't know, but I'm not going to give them the satisfaction. So let's move on. Join back tournament. I'm just going to enjoy a glass of wine, guys, hang out with you guys, play for second place, basically. Yeah, I mean, probably Tushar was right in the first place, but I can only speculate, So what's happened is Mamedyarov Kramnik is equal. Caruana +4, he's winning. Okay. So that will lock it up for Caruana. If he wins, he doesn't have to worry about Kramnik making some kind of, blunder in the 12th hour or something. Mark Smirnov. Let's stick with openings we know for this 5-2 arena. He just got banned. Okay. It's bound to happen if you guys reported him. Typically a lot of people think that like they can cheat in unrated games because it's unrated, but see, the problem with that logic is that if you're cheating in unrated games, you could just as easily cheat in rated games. So it's not cool to cheat no matter what. If it's unrated or rated, that's not the point. The point is that cheating is against the rules. So anyway, guys, it's a new tournament. This is an interesting line. We had a game earlier where I played this position where I wasn't castled already. I like it a little better when I'm castled. Then there's no bishop b4 check. Okay, this is a different position. I'm thinking of a Catalan with the bishop back on c8. Never mind. Okay. This is yeah, I'm like going silent. He's concerned about 95 for good reason, probably. But I don't think it's that strong for me now. We just take the pawn back. We try to gain good control of the center. It should be slightly better for white. Just kind of a standard looking position. But actually, in actuality, this isn't really considered to be a normal setup for black. Playing with the knight on c6 and bishop on f5, what did he do that's not normal? Let's see, bishop g2, e6. Yeah, I mean, I would think that taking on c4 is suspicious somehow. Like, it's not really the type of position where you need or want to give up your center, you know. So I think that's the move that's kind of weird to play there. D takes c4 like it was a Catalan is non-standard. Bishop g5, knight e4 doesn't accomplish much for white. I could play knight h4, putting my knight on the side of the board. That's overrated as well. Bishop f4 just controlling the center is kind of interesting. Another brand new opponent. 1700, just like the last guy. Queen d6. He's moving pretty fast, but he's making kind of surface moves without, you know, too much depth. I think that white is better here because we have good control of the center. Knight e7, knight g6, or some shit. Knight e5 is probably necessary. If you're talking about this game, I don't know that stuff is necessary. I mean, like, in the long run, your knight is misplaced on c6 in this, you know, Chigorin type of line. Of course, that's always an idea. Knight e7, knight a5, and then trying to not be backward on the c file. I don't think that I played this perfectly. I'm pretty flustered. There's a funny move here, knight e5, but he's going to snack on my pawn on b2. I don't really want to see that happening. Knight h4, bishop d3, unfortunately. He's got to transfer to a6 with the bishop. That may not be that bad. Oh no. Alright, we'll stay in the center. White has only a very small edge. Looks like a solid 1800 level player. Is this new? Pretty new account. But I didn't like knight h4. Yeah, this guy's getting really solid on me. Solido. I would be concerned if this was a higher rated player about my chances of winning this game, to be honest. But even there, I mean, even against the Grandmaster, I would consider myself to be slightly better. He's also pretty fast. And also making really solid moves, kind of like the last guy, you know, like not high rated, but a really solid style for his rating level. Normally you get people who are trying to mix it up tactically. This is my second guy in a row who's like really rock. He's a rock. You can't get more rock solid than a Slav defense. This has now become a Slav. That move looks kind of awkward. Awkward. Knight c4 and knight knight c4 and knight a5. It's getting really weird. I like these knights. But it's a fast time control. There's not too much time for deep strategic thoughts. I wanted to go here. focusing everything on the queen side, but not sure what I'm doing. Just ending up kind of awkwardly placed here. b4. You can't go wrong with b4. He's super fast too. Whoa, Raymond Carver with 100? What are you doing? 500. Let's go win this game or whatever. Also, play a King's Gambit as white. Alright. Alright. Raymond Carver with the energy drinks. he must have been drinking some energy drinks. Thank you, Raymond Carver, for the bit donation. Alright, let's just move. Let's just move away. Knight c4 is no good. We gotta reposition. But why not the other knight? I like my knight on a5. That one's more advanced. FM, we've got an FM. Oh no, he's been in. Yeah, I saw Sanchez was in. That's cool to have a title player. All right. I don't know what's up with me. I woke up in time today too. I slept enough not to be too tired. No excuses. Okay, I ate a little bit before the stream, which I normally try not to do because it's not good to eat before you play. As my friend, Mr. Walter Brown, 6-time U.S. champion, he would never eat like right before tournament games. It's seriously, you know, the blood goes to your stomach. It's not a good idea. That's how I feel kind of right now, a little bit. I gotta find some sort of excuse, but I feel a little bit sluggish, so I feel more revved up now that we got a 500-bit donation. Black is really getting kind of funky here with the king out there in the middle of the zone, the end zone. What does this move even do? It looks interesting. It's a stupid move, basically. All right. I didn't see any tactics. Probably missed something. We have a very, very strong center here. The pawn diamond. Uh-oh, f6 is a good move by black. That's a heads-up move. This guy seems legitimate for 1700 lichess. He's better than that. Sounds like I say that about everyone, but I'm serious. The last guy was solid. This guy is really solid. No mistakes, nothing silly. All business. Why is he only 1700? I don't know. We haven't found his weakness yet. Probably he plays a little too fast. I'm not that convinced about this. We're still not clearly winning. He's drifting. He's drifting and he's getting, like, moving too fast and not thinking. That's looking like the weakness. No, I gotta take. But Smirnov has a lot of talent. Even here, he still has a little itty bit of compensation. Probably playing too much bullet. Need to slow down. This is my perennial advice to everybody. Everyone is like hooked on bullet chess. Hooked on phonics. Resist the temptation to automatically check people, I guess. Stay out of my house. I had a rook on the 7th. Maybe I made a mistake there. I think I made a mistake there. I shouldn't have pulled the rook off the 7th in that position. That was bad. You got me off it. What? You got me off it. And it's weird I still judge myself. You mean by bullet? This is a player who could be a good player, but he needs to slow it down and concentrate on playing the best moves. The clock is not the most important thing. The most important thing is playing good moves. All right, back to tournament. A good fight. Derndatch is in first place, lost the game. Aldisto usually comes in late. I think he must have a job or something. There's some reason. Wow, Derndatch lost to Soltigo. That's a big upset. I think kind of a big upset. The ratings aren't that different. Actually, it's 200 points. Yeah, that's about right. Well, congratulations, Soltigo. I just realized you lose your increment when you're berserk. That happened to me in a recent tournament. Yeah, it's easy to forget about that rule. Yeah, it depends on the kind of tournament, I guess, you know. I never play like bullet anymore, so there was a time when I used to play like 2-minute chess. I guess it's not as bad as 1-minute chess. When I was playing more 3-minute like that, you know, you could make the 2-minute games. So you berserk in this, and it's 2.5 minutes for the game. You basically have to be very proficient at 2-minute bullet and 3-minute blitz, and I'm just not playing anything of that speed anymore. I only play like 5-0, so if I had more free time, I would probably play some 3-0, you know, and I could do more berserking here. Time is money. You know, you got to be fast, but you got to never ever put time in front of position, I think. In bullet chess, maybe that's why I don't like bullet chess. You start to put time priority over the chess. And I think at that point then chess loses some of its value. Wow, a brand new player. Well, maybe he has some unrated games. This is probably the player. I'm not going to make jokes. All right, I don't know who my gems is. Never mind. Just ignore that. Thank you for the inspiration, Raymond Carver. You pumped me up to win that game. So, oh, I love this opening. It's a cross. It's really like it's technically a Veresov, but you get it out of the Trompowsky if you play d5, which I do. I had this position last year against Oliver Mihawk. He's a Hungarian grandmaster. His father is a FIDE master. So here I guess I'm supposed to play like bishop g4. I mean, life is not that simple that there's always one solution to everything, but White's play is logical. It's equal right now. My argument in such positions is that you can give up the bishop pair, and it's basically not very effective for White to have like the bishop pair. Let's say your bishop is on f3 just biting on this pawn on d5. You know, here I have a choice. Bishop h5, bishop takes f3. Alright, we'll do it. I'm trying to fix his pawns. And we have, well, God, I played positions like this 30 years ago, you know, when I was starting out in tournament chess. I mean, really, I remember one game in particular where I was thinking I was proud of how I put pressure down the c-file and tied the guy's knight down, you know, to the c2 pawn. I still remember today a quad I played 30 plus years ago where I used this kind of concept. His knight is tied down along the c-file. The bishop's not that effective here. I don't know what he's thinking about in this position. Nothing to think about here, kids. Just take back on d4. All right, and then we're, you know, basically there is a small theoretical chance, like if he could achieve c4, his bishop pair would be something, but I don't think that that's going to happen. You know, when his pawn will be isolated on d4 and my rook's on the c file. It's not very likely. White's playing c4 anytime soon. Now I have queen b6 basically like threatening to win a pawn. He's got a defense with knight e2. If I take on b2, he takes on b7 with rook b1, queen takes a2, rook takes b7. Even that's not convincing. You know, it looks like I'm winning a pawn there. But there are other ways. Let's see, knight e2 is forced though. Queen takes b2, rook b1, queen takes a2, rook takes b7. I guess we'll just be materialistic and take it down. We'll try to take the pawn down. I don't like to play for material normally and lose the initiative, but you know, if I've got no other good options available, we'll go for it. In this particular construction, you know, we give his rook play on the 7th rank, but at the same time, it's a little difficult to see what these bishops are really. Okay, this one's not bad, but it's hitting air, and the other one is like, you know, just shut down by my pawn chain. So his bishop pair is not that powerful. What are my thoughts on the tournament? Well, I mean, you know, anyone knows that I went on the record as a Aronian fan, and I still think he's one of my favorite players in the world, but it's over. I mean, I'm happy that Caruana or Mamedyarov will be the winner. Is it final now? Caruana won? Because I didn't see the official result. I'm happy it's Caruana or Mamedyarov rather than Karyakin, you know. I mean, I think it's kind of a no-brainer. I couldn't stand the Carlsen-Karyakin match, to be honest. I was thinking of putting my queen on a6 here, but it's maybe more fundamental to just develop my pieces. We're up a pawn. We've got an a pawn that's ready to roll, and we've got a better structure too. I mean, even if I didn't have an extra a pawn, I have a 1 pawn island on the king side, and you have 2 islands. So structurally, strategically speaking, black is just better. Mamedyarov draw, it's over. +2 for, what do you mean +2 for Caruana? Oh, +2 position. So he's still grinding it out. So he can basically agree a draw now and win the tournament. That's always an awkward situation. Well, he's going to try to win. "48-hour period where everyone was freaking out that Karyakin would be the new world champion." Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not taking away anything from Karyakin. I just don't personally like his style. I don't foresee my queen getting trapped here in the immediate future, but he could move his knight, and we have a little technical problem. No, he can't move his knight. I take on d4. No, this is just good for me. I mean, in many lines of the Veresov and stuff, it's possible to sacrifice the pawn on b2. I mean, it's usually a poisonous pawn. But this situation is not optimal for white. Oh, a 0 increment due to lag. That's not too bad, though. Would a position like this be close to winning? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in the hands of a strong player, I think you consider this a winning position. You're like up a pawn, and you have compensation for your pawn, basically. I mean, I have compensation for my... I have compensation for my opponent's pawn in this position. So, like, being up a pawn is not enough to call it a winning position, but when you're up a pawn and you have compensation for your opponent's material, that's probably a winning position. All right, tomorrow is more blitz and rapid chess. It's 10 a.m. CET, 5 plus 3 through 7 plus 3 every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do that in the morning. Queen b3 now. I have knight takes d4, dropping a piece. That's probably the only way to like lose for sure here. Drop my bishop on e7. I guess I should just trade. I was looking at Bishop d8, bishop b6 as a really good plan for black. I have to negotiate bishop d6, but it doesn't look very problematic, really. So we just go here, we go bishop b6, it protects a7, and it bears down on d4, and it's like, actually his rook may be trapped. That's pretty nasty. Trappage of rook. Maybe if white's really careful, he doesn't get his rook trapped here. I don't know. But it looks kind of awkward. Yeah, see, he saw he saw the danger of the rook trappage. That was heads up. It did not take him long to spot the danger there. Can you find the danger? And now I just look for some sort of tactic, but I don't see it, unfortunately. He's quick. He's quick to spot tricky little moves, isn't he? Knight d7. I mean, we're winning here objectively. His rook doesn't have a square. But knight d7, what do we do next? I like this move. This is kind of cool. It doesn't do anything, does it? Fortunately, it doesn't really do anything. I'm just kind of hypnotized. I don't know. This is an account with no games. What am I supposed to think about my opponent level? He played strategically badly, but he seems quick when he needs to be, and he's finding very resourceful moves with no time left. Suddenly becoming kind of awkward. He's finding like only moves with no time left every move. It's kind of strange, dude. Do I have a threat yet? Look at this. Where is this move like coming from? Definitely a bullet player of some sort. We didn't take our pawn there. Now he resigned. This guy is weird, man. I mean, he plays really badly, then he plays like a genius, then he resigns, and he's only like not even clearly lost. Alright, I understand that completely. I mean, maybe it's winning, but after he was like blitzing this bullet style in the last 10 moves, then to resign there, that was kind of weird. Okay, good. I always love playing these accounts that are like brand new, created like the minute that I created my tournament. Okay, I got confused. I played bishop d8, bishop e6, and then he sticks his rook on b5, and my a-pawn gets pinned. Yes, in retrospect, bishop b4 looks like a better idea, and I just play a5. Hindsight is 20/20. He came up with all sorts of crazy defenses there with very little time. I don't know. I was confused. I wanted to resign myself. The position was pissing me off so much. Okay, MM Sanchez. I don't know them. Who this guy is. But I'm appreciating that we got anybody who's like a title player in the tournament. That's awesome. Alright, the London system. Oh no, okay, cool. I get so bored with the London system. This is also a tough nut to crack. The Kali system with colors reversed. It's something that I play with white. Like a reversed Slav type of thing. Did he make a mistake here? I have knight b4 now. He's playing like super fast. Probably quite a fast player. But he's only 2,000 and well, he doesn't have much bullet. Well, I mean, you may call this like a theoretical mistake for white, but losing his bishop pair here, it's not the end of the world for white. He's probably still got enough control of the center that it's like basically equal. I don't have to rush, I think, with the capture on d3. It's more annoying for him to have to like make a decision. Now I might want to think about playing d5, because if I don't, he has d5, which does look irritating. If he plays d5 here, I mean, I think he has a good game. If I play b6, d5, I don't trust black's position, but I could play d6, and if d5, e5, that's... Or d6, d5, just take it or something. But it seems better to me to go here. I think we should just play this. Our queen is a little misplaced on c7. Is this a new account, by the way? He only has like 200 games. He only has 200 games. Wow. Okay. So it's someone new. I guess he can play knight b5. Even here it's possible. Now maybe bishop d7, just getting my pieces developed. I'd rather play b6 though. I'm still concerned about d5. It's not as dangerous as it was before though. Probably castling. Castling is more principled. But it's only a player with 200 rated games, so he's really new. 2044 bullet, though, not a bullet specialist. Nefedov, thanks for getting MM Sanchez. Well, Nefi mentioned this tournament. All right, knight b5 he plays. Wow, I don't know. I think I have to go home here. ET phone home. Queen d8, staying in the center. Now black has to be fine, right? Nothing is so simple, man. I mean, white has a kind of development lead in this position. I'm not sure that black is automatically fine. It looks like it should be fine. But b6 is like really bad. That's what I wanted to do. I think we can't do that. We have to just settle for this Steinitzian defense based on bishop d7. I think this is a player who I don't know how to describe it. He seems to like his space, like a space-based player. Like the entire game is space. He doesn't care about bishops. He's only playing for space and no other real ideas in this game. I mean, I'm not saying his whole game is automatically, but you see how formative like the space is for white's whole position here. Most people would be really concerned about their maybe their bishop pair going. Okay, knight d7. Why am I thinking so long here? The knight on e5 is just too strong. It has to go. He'll have kingside attacking chances. I mean, he could have gone like f4, f5, but once he places his rook there, he's thinking more center. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, space is space, but why put your rook on d1? Wow. He's all about space. Maybe I need to kick him out with f6. This looks like a weakening move. It is a weakening move, but I can't live with a knight on e5, and I can't take on e5. I can't take on e5 and giving him this like crushing central rolling center. I mean, that's out of the question. He doesn't have a high bullet rating, but his speed is really fast. Now it looks like we're on the verge of dropping something. He's played super fast for this time control. Space-based strategy. He should have some weaknesses. I thought he could have played c5 there, and then forcing my bishop to go like somewhere awkward like b8. This is not... He did it anyway, huh? Well, he's heading for e4. Okay, it's a complicated position. I could have played bishop f8, maybe, but my bishop's kind of passive there. It's also very bad on b8. He takes this guy. This is the really complicated position now. Just made the position like super double-edged. I can never ever let him play knight e4. That's definitely a no-no. I don't know what's up with queen b7. Man, he's just rolling. It's like intuitive play. I have rook e7. Rook c7, queen a6. I need to get rid of him off that 7th rank, because that is not cool. I don't like you on my 7th rank here. That mate, look at that. But he strikes me as like an insanely intuitive type of player. Oh, he's got another tactic. Crazy with the tactics, huh? Very, very fast tactical calculation and space-based strategy. I just lost a pawn. Lost the pawn with no time left. Because if queen takes f5, rook takes e8, he calculated that fast. That is crazy. At least we have the rook on the 7th. Must be a bullet player after all. He's got so fast play. Constantly with the mate threats. Man, brutal. Phew, the tactics are just unbelievable for this guy. And insanely fast too. Wow. I think only 2 inaccuracies the whole game. This was my blunder. I should have just played bishop f8 here. Man, this is okay. I knew I shouldn't have done that, but White's tactical play is really impressive. He made no mistakes, only inaccuracies. I made two mistakes and 1 blunder in this game. That's insane. He's just tactically extremely strong. He doesn't make any kind of miscalculations, and he sees the mates like instantly. Playing for mate on e8, mate on g7, mate there. It's a very tactical based play, like something kind of different from my style. I got a challenge. I'm not going to play like other challenges here while I'm doing this tournament. Are we still in the tournament? 41 minutes. Usually Santa or Williams slow him down, but he's going to steam through the rest. Aldisto? Yeah, I don't understand Aldisto, why he's so overwhelming in these tournaments. He's not as strong as like my last opponent for sure. Actually, my last opponent lost to Yeruin and drew with Ready Gambit, so he was very inconsistent in the beginning. He played a great game against me. 4 inaccuracies in a blitz game is pretty good. Yeah, it's kind of like Larry Christensen. You know, he just is all tactics. Um, he just snap tactics everything. You know, any kind of like one move, two move tactics, he never misses. I miss a lot of like small one or two move tactics, trying to think more like strategically. So I think his style is a little better for blitz than mine, probably. Okay, Derndatch, this guy is a regular here. I had a good position, but I made a terrible oversight with bishop c7. I didn't think he would take on c7. It was kind of c6. It was kind of a... We've been here before. Derndatch is some kind of like move order expert or something. I don't know. Okay. So it's just this Botvinnik system. He doesn't play d6. Oh, okay. You don't like bullet either, but you play fast. So you'd probably be good at bullet anyway, but I think it's not really good for your game. Okay, bishop e6, knight d5. I mean, there are other ways to improve. You don't need bullet to become a strong tactical player, you know? I mean, some people might have that fallacy, but I don't think that's the case. Like you said, doing tactics puzzles, playing blitz is enough fast. You don't need, you know, 3-0 or 5-0. It's fast enough. You don't need to play faster than that, really. Yeah, I don't understand chess.com. It's like an awful site in terms of layout and computers. I couldn't play there. It was like awful. But I mean, I've been playing chess long before chess.com ever existed, you know. I remember when that was created. Anyway, here, Derndatch again, like, insanely fast player. He said he's like 2100 FIDE, but he plays much stronger. I guess he's threatening to take on d5 here, and then I have to think about playing e4 in that kind of structure. He sort of tricks me into playing this line. I really don't play the white side of this line. To be honest, I try to avoid it. Derndatch has a weird move order that he uses specifically to try to steer the game into this variation. Yeah, lichess interface is awesome. They listen to everyone. I mean, they really try to like advocate everyone's ideas. I mean, they ask people for feature suggestions and stuff. It's just like lichess is the conglomeration of everyone's ideas. You know, I think sometimes they don't accept ideas. Like I said, there should be like late entries and simuls and stuff, but they didn't want to listen to me. It's a little more democratic than most chess sites, though. Okay, Derndatch, he's basically trading everything here. No, this guy is a good player. I mean, I don't know. I can't believe he's not 2200 FIDE. I guess he just doesn't play tournaments, but if Derndatch played in tournaments, he would definitely go over 2200. There would be no way, unless he had like ADD or something, that he couldn't be a 2200 at least, in my opinion. This is just equal, which is standard. I don't think you can really play the English Open and expect to get an advantage with the white pieces. I think the reality is that it's just equal. Unless I have knight a4 here, which is kind of weird. Knight a4. Does this work? A very strange tactical idea, which looks kind of risky, but he found the solution. Secret move. Man, he found the solution pretty quickly too. Queen d6. I don't understand how he's 2190. I mean, the guy is ridiculously strong. Some of the games that he's played against me, I've got nothing to do. You know, he doesn't give you anything to do. Like, there is no plan for white here anymore. At this point, I'm just equal at best. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's more like 2400. I don't understand like how his rating is 2190 in blitz. It doesn't make any sense. If you look at the speed he plays and the way he plays, 2016 in bullet. What? How is it even possible? The guy has like crushed me with like 1 minute on the clock in games, using like a minute on the clock in games. How could he be 2016 in bullet? That's impossible. I don't understand. Anyways, I guess I'm just overrated or something. I didn't think I was overrated though. I thought that my rating is probably accurate, or even I'm underrated. I'm gonna need to play e4 at some point. Alright, I'm doing nothing with my knight on a5 here. Okay, his kingside is a little bit extended, but look how fast he is. He's only used 2 minutes. Maybe taking with a b pawn here allows him to play, taking with a b pawn. So he rushed a little bit. He rushed a little bit with this move. Knight takes c3, which is actually, he's got bishop takes g2 and queen d5 check. So I can't win a pawn. But I think that strategically are better now. Very, very small advantage here for white. Like in the hands of a strong grandmaster like Geary, this might be enough to win, but I don't know. No, in my hands, do we have enough to win this? Well, b7 is very backward, and he probably has to trade queens. I mean, c4 I just take on b7, actually. Shit. Excuse my French, but he's got this move, of course. Now it's like totally unclear. He had c4. I should have played c4 myself. So, I mean, if you can tell me how this guy is 2190, I mean, you could explain it to me, because I don't really understand. He just seems too good. Aldis still performs really well in these tournaments. Way above his usual, what you would expect. I mean, okay, 2100 is pretty strong, though. He was down around 1900 at one point recently. I thought that was crazy. I guess I'm too focused on ratings. If you listen to me talk, I'm totally talking about ratings all the time. I have a kind of obsession with it. What is he thinking about here? This is weird. Now he's using all his time. He must be like getting a beer or something, because I don't know. There's nothing to think about here. You just trade queens and play bishop takes a3. And white's kind of fighting for a draw now. I didn't calculate rook a1 enough. You know, this move I missed in my initial calculations. Probably I'm not worse after rook a1. I can hold the blockade. I have a rook on the 7th. That ought to be worth something. But I'll eat my hat if this guy is really 2190 lichess blitz. Maybe 2190 FIDE, you know, that's possible. But how he can be that low in lichess blitz is incomprehensible. Bishop e1, rook takes d3, rook b5, rook d1, king f1. Just seems very passive for white. But I'm concerned about his a pawn. I want to get rid of it. That's why I'm playing rook b5. F2 is held. I have king F1. He's got no way to get another rook on the 7th directly. So it should be okay. It should be equal with a minute left. Oh, I see. He's even got this trick. Okay, that's okay. It's a draw, right? Rook takes here. A rook takes e5. I think he might have had bishop g7 there, you know. He might have actually had that and had more than a draw with bishop g7. Now there's bishop b4. All right, that's just the typical English where you get no advantage, and e5 is a new move, but I don't think it's bad for black. He's like totally fine here. This is just an equal position. Knight a4 was a good, but he found queen d6 the only good move. A good try for me. I had nothing. Yeah, so here I missed a really stunning move. Wow, that's insane. Okay, if someone plays this against you, you can be sure that they're a computer. I assure you. If someone plays rook b6 in a blitz game, yeah. Bishop takes d5 check, it's like, and then rook b1, winning back the exchange. That is a sick move for white. Anyway, guys, back to the tournament. Who's that? Top 40, what? That's the guy, which guy? Which guy are you talking about? I don't know. Who's legit? In the top 40 and what? Alright, Moreau. I call him Moreau. Is that correct? To say Moreau? I said Moreau, and then someone said I was wrong. So I started calling him Moreau. I'm in 7th place. I'm like crushing it today. Aldisto first, Galdeman second. Okay, I started late and I lost to Sanchez. But Mule Skinner's doing well. All the guys in the top 10 are regulars, except for Supreme 5 started to show up lately. I don't know what guy you're talking about. There was one guy that was really high, and I suspected him, but nobody ever bans him. I guess if you're connected to the administrators or something. No, I mean, there's only one player I can think of who's in the top 50 who I suspect of something. In like Blitz or Bullet. Knight c6. And what is white doing? He sacrificed the pawn. It's like a Mora gambit. Maybe c3, you have to play there, Moreau. I mean, that's the only move. Seriously, Moreau, I called him. Moreau, not Moreau. Moreau? Dr. Moreau. I don't know. I guess I have to take the pawn here. It's just that you're not supposed to play the dragon against the Smith Mora. I don't see how I can play knight f6. I don't know. You might be able to get it with like taking and playing knight h6 or something like that. What am I supposed to do here? Seriously. Knight f6 e5, and then I have knight g4. But that's a problem because the bishop takes f7 check. How did he get me with this weird move order? I've never had anyone do this. C takes d4, bishop c4. Bishop g7. Well, I made a mistake by playing, what, knight c6 or something? Maybe I shouldn't play knight c6. Maybe I should just... There's no other move, though. Come on, what's this? What is the deal with this? Seriously. Taking, and I have no moves. Taking knight c3, d6. I don't know, I guess I have to take, and then it's like knight f6, e5, so I have to go here. And this is a known position, but I think it's good for white. I was reluctant to go into this. This is just good for white. I mean, I don't know what how did I get like forced into this position? I don't understand. What am I supposed to do? d4, c takes d4, this much is forced. And then he goes bishop c4, so here maybe I have to make some tricky move like knight f6 right now, you know. I guess that's the secret in this position. Knight f6 immediately, and then e5, d5 I could play. That's super weird, but probably okay for black. I don't know. We'll check after the game, but this is just bad for black. I don't think that knight g5 is right. I think queen b3 is probably good, no? I mean, knight g5 is probably okay, but I don't think it's the best move. Because I have here. I was much more concerned about queen b3. A GM in Rapid. Who's a GM in Rapid? Raymond Carver, thanks for the cheer. Let's be positive. I'll try to be positive. That loss to Sanchez really hurt me. I was brutalized. I thought I was holding the ending, and then I messed that up too. I think the ending against Sanchez was maybe okay for me. Bishop e3 looks like a strange move. He's actually walking into the future knight g4s. I don't think that white has any real threats. So the key question really is 8 queen b3. What do you play against that? Maybe that's some messed up position. Maybe I have knight a5. Is that some one of those messed up knight a5 things? Knight a5, bishop takes f7 check? Maybe that's the secret. But still, yeah. I don't remember this, but come to think of it, like if queen b3, knight a5, queen a4 check, bishop d7, bishop takes f7 check, king f8, and then I can play like queen d5, knight f6. We'll have to check after the game. I mean, maybe that's the reason why he didn't play queen b3. Obviously, my knight is stuck on the side of the board, which is not ideal. I was hoping we can just live with that somehow. But I don't play this type of variation with black in the Mora, ever. The Mora of the story. a6 weakening the b6 square. Ah, I love it. So what are we going to do? e6. We're stuck with that knight on g5. We've got to do something, and do something fast here. There is knight a5. That move seems really strange. I mean, it seems strange, but if I can concretely get him off the diagonal, I can play f6 and then kind of re-coordinate the position. Or e6 and f6 and then knight f7. Let's say bishop e2, e6, knight b5, f6. knight f3, knight f7, and like everything's protected. Now e6. All right. Maybe e6. He's got 2 minutes to 1 minute, and I want to play knight takes b3 at the right moment, followed by f6, kicking him off and bringing my knight back to f7 to cover the d6 square. It's a plan. Maybe it's not the best plan, but it's a plan. I don't like this line at all. I never ever want to play this position again, and I'm sure there's a way to avoid it, but I didn't plan on getting into a g6 moro with my knight on h6. Not something I would normally do. Aldisto just running away with the tournament. Where does he get that from? But I still don't have enough coverage to play there yet. So first queen e7. We've got f5 covered temporarily, but maybe that's not enough. This is actually a very sharp position. Man, f4 is a crazy attacking move. Giving him a new idea of attacking, yeah, h7, queen c2. No, I'm kicking him out now. Why? Yeah, now I can play f6. I hope. I still don't like my game, but here we are. And knight f7, which is massive. Massive for me defensively, you know, to bring that knight back there and guard the d6 pawn. We're alive. It's still an awkward position for black, but we are alive. Now time. Doesn't feel like I'm up a pawn in this position. It just doesn't feel like I'm up a pawn. It feels like I'm down material. White has a huge initiative, strategic initiative. Objectively, it's another good move. Maybe I should have played knight c4 immediately. Thought that was an idea. My a-rook sadly sitting there, like protecting the a7 pawn. It's really a very noble gesture from the a8 rook. I'd rather not have bothered doing that. Maybe that was really stupid, you know. I could have played rook a c8, and then if he takes the pawn, I go for some kind of initiative. Okay, there's no time to just jaw about this position. We just have to play. Oh man, okay, I got b2. Whew. That was lucky. It's not the square, it's the pawn that counts. It's the thought that counts. Which pawn is more important? This is kind of a weird idea. Man, he's playing this game really well. He missed a lot. I missed a lot. He probably missed more than me, because I think I was basically like lost. How does he have so much compensation here? It's really like ridiculous. All right, that's going. Anything I can exchange is fine. Morwa is really serious. Got no squares to go to. Wow. He just finds one surprising move after another. I want to see the opening. What did I do wrong here? Just for a second. I'm not going to finish in the top 4 anyway. But seriously, there's only one game from Renzo Mantovani where someone did this. But why? Like, it's a perfectly logical Mora Gambit type of scheme for white. If we look in ChessBase, there's got to be tons of like amateur games where this has been played. I was right. Like, Stockfish is like knight f6, dude. Don't mess around with the bishop g7. You know, this is its first idea anyway. Let's see. e5, d5. Okay, this is an independent variation, but I think it just might be the easiest way for black to handle this. That was my first guess. But it's a totally new position. Bishop b3. It's totally unclear. And I'm not even, I mean, he's getting the pawn back, basically. Most likely getting the pawn back. It looks like an open Lopez or something. This is weird, but it's really interesting. So I think we transposed to some kind of known line, though. Yep. Iveta Rylik. Iveta Rylik is not 2,500, though, believe it or not. Alright, so castles, knight c6, c3. Knight e5 immediately, Chernyshov style. D takes c, knight takes c. Tompa Janosch against Zoltan Ribley. What would Ribley do? What I did. And so queen b3 isn't even on the list. Queen b3 is knight a5, right? Yeah, I was right on that. So it looks like Morwa actually played... Okay, queen e2 is a normal Mora. That's got to be playable. But he did knight g5 going for the throat. It's the Brunello game. Knight e5 was preferred by the engine, not going with my knight on h6. Yeah, if we can help it, we'd rather not put our knight on h6 here, wouldn't we? That was the problem with my position, that my knight is stuck on h6 and I have all this problem coordinating. So, well, I mean, I think the million-dollar question is like bishop b3, but then we kick him out with h6. So this is huge for black. This is absolutely better than putting my knight on h6. All right. We solved a couple mysteries there. All right, Raymond Carver, thank you for the bit donations. He's the weekly leader. Sanchez dominating the tournament now after a rocky start. No surprise there. I'm in 6th place, usually like outside on the bubble. But I had a late start. All right, we got 11 minutes left. Time for one more game, guys. Oh, I get Sanchez again. It doesn't matter because he can't be stopped. No, he can be stopped. I can slow him down at least. If I can slow him down, you know, maybe Aldisto or Galdeman can take the tournament. Okay, e6 we don't get a lot. You know, it's funny. Not too many people play this against me. Neo Catalan or Reti system. Or we could just transpose to a normal Catalan. I play both, but I don't really know anything. Bob Sacamano, you have another positive comment for us. Just when I was feeling good about myself. C6. It's a closed Catalan. I'm just going to play b3. I'm not going to put my queen on c2, where it's like exposed to attack. It's more fun with new people. Definitely. Definitely. I forgot to play a King's Gambit. Well, the problem with that Raymond Carver, sorry, the problem is that nobody's going to cooperate. Like, if I play e4, I have to know for sure that my opponent plays e5. Like, if I play Nefedov, that's fine. But against Sanchez, like, I have no idea what he plays, you know. So if I play, like, e4, he's probably going to play the Sicilian, you know. So unfortunately, in this format, it's not really easy to say play a King's Gambit and do it. I really need more information, basically. This is a really solid position for black. So Sanchez, he's new to the site. I see. FIDE Master. That's solid. Classical Catalan here, but I put my bishop on b2 kind of early. Not necessarily the best line for white. It's kind of passive. It's better to put the bishop on f4, I think, in many lines than on b2. But I agree, guys. It's definitely better to have more new players. What if we play d5 here? Like in a Queen's Indian. It feels like a Queen's Indian to me. He just instantly has the answer. The answer is always instantaneous. I can't calculate that far. That fast. I'm sure about that. He might have had knight e4 there, but he just played an instant move again with g6. So I guess this is a good result. Just want to strengthen that pass pawn in the center. He, I don't know, for a player, he says he doesn't play bullet, but he plays extremely fast. For a non-bullet player. He's a closet bullet player, I think. Okay, it's 5-2. Probably he's not used to playing increment. That's why I can take my time. But it's 5-2. Probably I'm a little bit too lackadaisical here. To be honest, every day I'm playing my stream with like 5+3, 6+3, 7+3, and in those time controls, it's kind of like you know, this is crazy. I'm gonna call you on this. I mean, I don't know. I just can't believe you can do that. You can give up your dark squared bishop here to win a pawn? Seriously? That looks crazy, dude. I guess he just goes with the intuition. Sometimes the intuition works, sometimes the intuition doesn't. This is like Aronian land. But it probably doesn't work for me. He's got rook e5. It's like tactical move. I have here. Well, I mean, I've already like committed myself to this attack. Don't I have 94? Okay, he's going to sack the exchange back, and he's going to have some compensation. That's basically what's happening here. I mean, it's probably not quite enough for black, but Turkey Farm says, what? No way this works. No, wait a second. Okay, I can't take there. If I take on f6, his queen takes f6, duh. I thought he was going to play takes on d5. I don't know, I just assumed I was good, but maybe not. He's also extremely strong tactically. Apparently, he spots like instantaneous tactics. Hopefully this one he can't save himself from. I don't know. I'm up the exchange. There's not that many pawns left. But he's in a really, really bad pin. A double pin, actually. Triple attacking d5. There's only 257 left. Sanchez ahead of Aldisto and Galdeman. I mean, I'm not trying to ruin his first place, but I've got to play my best. Galdeman is in third place. Insanely strong player for his rating. No immediate way for me to break through. So go for this pawn. We should be technically winning up the exchange and ending here. I don't think he can save this now. You never know. Rook takes, rook takes, rook takes. So the king of pawning should be winning for me, right? All right. So that was a good game. I don't know. I think he had an interesting move with 94. When I played this idea to sack a pawn here, takes here, doesn't have this. No, apparently this is not good because of knight takes d5. Okay, I thought maybe he had 94. No, apparently this was already played in a Bouillon Chi game. 2017, ironically. So I got kind of lucky there. Not knowing this theory at all, I found d5 over the board. Yeah. That's cool. So we were a little bit lucky there. Let's go back to the tournament. See, it's like over now. Tournament pairings are now closed. 13 seconds left. Galdeman, Sanchez 34, and Derndatch 32. I didn't win my tournament again. All right. Galdeman wins first place. That is a huge upset over many low-rated players. He's like 2100, so that's congratulations. On his first attempt, Sanchez almost won the tournament. He came just within a hair, but I managed to slow him down, so he's in second. Derndatch, as usual, very strong performance, 2300, the highest of the three, actually, performance rating. Aldisto, I don't know what happened at the end. Aldisto fell apart. And then we got another guy who won all his games. That's a little weird. A brand new account, finishing ahead of me. I'll have to investigate that guy. I'm in 6th place, which is kind of, I'm usually around 4, but I had a slow start this tournament. We had some technical problems before the stream. That's my excuse this week. It's an arena. I'm not really, you know, berserking and stuff, but actually Sanchez didn't berserk. Maybe he did. He had 5s there. Anyway, guys, top 10. Galdeman, Sanchez, Derndatch, Aldisto, GMS, me, Supreme 5, Xerox is here. We got Only Stupid Names left, who played like a record number of games. And then Jeroen with 14. That is the top 10, guys. It was fun. 5-2 Blitz. Tomorrow I'm going to be back in the morning. It'll be 10 a.m. CET here. I'm going to try to get the site, get the Twitch stream set up on Google. So maybe it's my Mozilla that's making me not able to update the stream title, because you saw the stream title was messed up today. So that's the idea. Thanks to Raymond Carver for the bit donation. And you know, sorry guys, I only finished 6. Why do you have an American accent? Because I'm American. It's very deep. You know, if it smells like a rat and it looks like a rat, it probably is a rat. You know. Anyway, I happen to live in a foreign country, but that doesn't automatically mean I'm from there. So that's it. You're a good call. I'm American. We've got 10 players. Galdeman, congratulations for winning. And thanks everyone for watching. Thanks Sotiga for being our moderator. This has to be one of the strongest amateur chess club online. Yeah. One of the strongest. Yeah, this is like a chess club, guys. It's exactly like a chess club. We don't, you know, I don't have a regular chess club that I go to. So this is my substitute. Do I smell like an American? I had a bath today, and so I think I'm all right. Anyway, guys, I enjoyed the games. It was fun. Bob, you're this close to getting. It's not the first time, too. You're this close to getting timed out on Twitch. I will see you guys later, and it'll be 10 a.m. tomorrow. Blitz and Rapid Chess. And I'll try to get the stream title working for you guys so you know what's going on. Anyway, it's fun. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. And thanks for subscribing here on Twitch. Also, you can make a donation via PayPal either on Twitch or on my YouTube channel. If you want to watch the replays, you can watch them on YouTube. My channel is Video Chess Training on YouTube. Thanks anyway, guys. I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye. Bye.